everybody. We got 10 minutes to game time. Let's all gather round.
Shout out to WKRP in Cincinnati.
Nice.
Ellie De La Cruz.
That's awesome.
Orale Bateau.
That's amazing.
And the legend, Mr. Johnny Bench. Damn. 21 out of 25 on the Orale, Johnny Bench, and Ellie. That's what I'm saying, good sirs. Thank you, thank you.
Is that a throuple?
That's a throuple on a card, that's right. Oh, my brother. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junkwax nasty. Buddy. Holy guacamole. Damn. That pays for your entire order. Done. That is a super short print on-card auto Jackson Churio. Damn, brother. All right, pobrecito Altuvito. John McDonald. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junkwax nasty.
Nice.
Bo frickin' Jackson.
Hell yeah.
Not Cocoa Crisp.
I mean, heck.
Ready, down, put. Play Tecmo metal version.
Sleeve up the Acuna.
I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just an imagination.
What? I am literally crying right now. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Number to 75. Julio Rodriguez on card auto. Ah! Holy shiitake mushrooms! Amazing! Oh my gosh! My friends, my head is gonna explode! Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Last on print, 4 out of 5. Almost last on print anyway. Penultimate on print.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
I could not agree more. Twinkle Doe. Good to have you tonight, my man. There you go, LVBZ. Boom, shakalaka. Oh my Lanta. Oh, Senor Mendoza. And gotta love pack number 4, my brother. Come on. Junkwax nasty. Congratulations, felicidades, Cesar Mendoza. Yes, for the Mets. Oh! Are you kidding me? Mike George, the co-creator of 5 for 5 Baseball, just hit a hawk. Numbered to 10. Wow. Would you just look at it? That is sick. Peanut butter and jealous Mike George. Wow, buddy. Absolutely beautiful. Hand numbered to 10.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. On opening day, an absolutely beautiful Michael Jordan SP1. Love it. There we go, my friends. Oh, I'm so glad you're here to see that.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Congratulations, Bree Imus. In my humble opinion, the best baseball player that walks the planet Earth today. And that is numbered. Gum back parallel first on print. Wow. Congratulations, Bree Imus. I just got instantly more jealous. That is amazing. First on print to 199. Congratulations, Bree Imus. That is sick.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God! Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Wow. Oh my Lanta. Kevin O'Brien. Bro. Andrew Shumper's head might explode. Oh my Lanta. Kevin O'Brien. You win, sir. Number 210. Bernie Brewer. Topps Dynasty. Relic autograph. I know. I know.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Junkwax! Nasty. Congratulations, Kevin O'Brien, my brother. You win, good sir. Out of a Celebration Mega. That's right, Alex. Holy shiitake mushrooms. 8 out of 10 on the Bernie Brewer. That is magnificent, Kevin O'Brien. And I think that's good karma coming right back to you, my brother. Because you have been nothing short of amazing in this family, my man. Congratulations, Kevin O'Brien. I am so ridiculously stoked to pull that for you, buddy. Wow. That is literally the card that Andrew Shumper has been looking for. So you might have a buyer on this one, buddy, if you want to sell it, of course. And that's a big one too, bro. That is not a cheap one, Kevin O'Brien. Thank you again, my brother. Goodness gracious. Torrey Holt. Junkwax Nasty. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Congratulations, Dylan Carter. Holy cow there, buddy. Wow. That is not numbered, but that is still absolutely beautiful. Congratulations, Dylan Carter. Amazing. There we go. Now we have sound. Good morning, everybody. Top of the morning to you. Good morning, Jeff Rowe. Good morning, Trevor Taylor. Good morning, Ernie Larson. Good morning, Trevor Taylor, you handsome son of a gun. It is damn good to see you this morning, my friends, as always. Happy FriYAY. It is the very first FriYAY here in the brand new studio.
Very excited to have you. I figured we'd just get this show rolling because I'm a few minutes tardy this morning. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Full disclosure, your boy is a little tired. All right, but you know what? I got a few minutes of extra sleep this morning, so it is going to be a fantastic FriYAY. Well, good morning, Mark. Top of the morning to you, my man. Oh, that is very, very cool. Shout out to the best card family on planet Earth, in my humble opinion. There you go. You're absolutely right, Mark. I could not agree more. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, if it is your very first time tuning into this ugly mug this morning, good morning and welcome. My name is Dalen, also known as Junkwax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single morning, ripping packs, starting your morning right with that daily dose of positivity, some sweet, sweet trading cards, always a healthy dose of camaraderie. And you already know there's a ton of laughs as well. Typically at my expense, and I would have it no other way. Good morning, Jason Weddle. Good morning, Mikey. That is correctamundo, my man. I wanted to get this thing rolling. Hey, good morning, Kevin O'Brien. Oh, heck yeah. Shout out to the mini O'Briens. It is wonderful to see you, my friends, as always. Big hugs, firm handshakes all around. All right, folks, we have a juicy little family queue this morning. Shout out to Kirk Noah, who snagged 6 packs of 1989 Donruss last night. Stoked. See if we can't find that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. We also have 2 Aaron Judge boxes that we have never seen before here on this channel for Arturo Cotto, mi hermano. Ridiculously excited to bust into those little bad boys as well. I think we also have a wrestling break, WWE, that is ridiculously close to getting filled. And you already know, you legends, if we fill that little bad boy this morning, we are busting that little bad boy this morning. Threaten me with a good time. All right. Hey, what's up, Paul Bailey? Uncle Smitty, a yay. My brother from San Antonio. Excellent to see you, buddy. And it is wonderful to see each and every one of you. It is good to be seen. Excuse me. What's up, Paul? Owest of OGs of the family. Damn good to see you as well, buddy. Mr. Hammer Hansen, what's up, Jeff? And you know what, Mr. Hansen? I got to give credit where credit is due, buddy. I have had a couple of different people tell me now that you check up on them behind the scenes. I'm not going to throw those people under the bus, but I just want to thank you so much for being a Gem Mint 10 human being, Mr. Hansen. I see you over there, buddy. Thank you so much for just being you. Okie dokie. Let's get into our very first pack. Oh, juicy. Junkwax. And then, my friends, I'm going to refresh that shop and see where we are at. How's our morning going? Absolutely right, Jeff Hansen. I cannot thank you enough. Mr. Johnny Mesco, good morning, you legend. Good morning, Mr. Krawiak. It is damn good to see you as well. Our favorite CK cards. So, fun fact, my dear friends, my kids asked me what 420 meant last night. That's fun. My 10 and 12-year-olds. Why do people put 420 after their usernames on Xbox and PlayStation? You know, son, that's a completely random group of numbers. I don't know. That's a good question. Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko, good morning, you legend. Oh, that's amazing, Mr. Krawiak. So it is actually your birthday. April 20th is your birthday? Fantastic, brother. That's beautiful. I like it. There you go. That's right, Uncle Smitty. Excuse me. Ah, very nice, Uncle Smitty. He's an oil man. Mr. Hansen, because that's the Bakes number, right? Their area code. Yeah, exactly right. There you go, Trigger Trev. And Trigger Trevor Bostwick, you beautiful, beautiful sun beach. Good morning, you legend. How you doing? Damn good to see you, buddy. Damn good to see everybody. Paul Bailey, the move went well. And we're actually still in it, if I'm being real honest with you. We're not completely done yet. We still have a whole bunch of stuff to go grab over at the other house. And still some stuff to do here in the studio as well. But yeah, it'll be better on Tuesday, my friends. That is what I will say. We've got some plans this weekend to spruce things up just a little bit. Maybe painting a wall. Looking at you, Jeff Rotel. All right, legends. Excuse me. Let's get this show started the best way we know how. Shall we? Some of that delicious nectar of life, some of that spicy water. Trigger Trev. We prefer to ask for forgiveness instead of permission, if that makes sense. We painted the last apartment. We never asked. We just did it. And that's why myself and Mrs. Junkwax are a little bit concerned about how that's going to go. Because we painted every single wall in that apartment over 8 years. So, but you know what? We asked them a few months ago for paint because we were going to try to paint. And they said, hey, we don't have your paint color anymore because you moved in 8 years ago and we've been through 2 different owners since then. And they have not re-upped our paint. They actually changed the paint color, so we no longer have that color. So I'm like, okay, well, that tells me that we don't need to repaint because you're going to repaint this whole thing anyway. Roger that. Cheers. Gotcha. Kirk Noah. Yep, there you go. Well, good morning, Kevin Conlon. Oh my gosh, my soundboard's not working this morning. Give me just a moment here, folks. Some technical difficulties this morning here, my friends. How bizarre. Super weird. Thank you for bearing with me for just a second. That is so bizarre. All my sounds disappeared, but when I click on them, they come back. What is the sense in that? That is bizarre. Hey, but I'm happy about it, as long as they're working. Good morning, Kevin Conlon. Top of the morning to you, my man. Trigger Trev, I was gonna say, if I don't see blue, I might just lose it. I see you, buddy. I see you. We have some new sounds, ladies and gentlemen, on the soundboards that are right down here next to my fingertips. All right, folks. We busted into that nectar of life. That is correct, Jeff Rotel. Thank you so much. You're exactly right. Now it's just a different set of issues. Technical difficulties, gosh dang it. But hey, we will get through it. We will adapt and we will overcome, my dear friends. All right, we busted into that spicy water. We next need to bust into our very first pack of juicy. Juicy. Junkwax. Let's go. Aha. Full disclosure, you legends, I have not found all of our juicy Junkwax yet, so I have to go with some 1988 Donruss this morning that technically comes out of our shop. Ouch, kabibbles. But hey, happens to the best of us. So, let's see if we can't find some Mark Grace this morning. And then, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head junkwaxvintage.com. You are more than welcome to roll on over there and snag something down for yourself if you choose to. There is some brand new stuff up there in the shop. Might want to take a gander. Per usual, my dear friends, there is never any pressure to spend a dime here, but I am sure appreciative when you do, especially because we're in a brand new studio right now. There you go. Thank you so much, Jeff Rotel, moderator extraordinaire, dropping those extremely juicy and helpful links in the chat. Sincerely appreciate you, big man. Thank you. All right, first pack of the day, legends. Let's see if we can't find some Mark Grace. That's what I was looking for when I was ripping into 1988 Donruss back in the day. And we start off with Stan the Man Musial. Mr. Robert Gober, good morning. Oh, I love it so much, Robert Gober. Beautiful, buddy. Jimmy Jones, and we are not talking about dem boys. Kirk Noah says there is only 5 spots left in the Heritage break. If we fill that little bad boy this morning, my friends, you already know. I am stoked to bust into that first hobby box of 2025 Heritage. Jimmy Jones, Joe Migraine, shout out to my Saint Lunatics, Mr. Willard and Jeff Rotel, Mikey Jackson, old Bob Nepper. Folks, my OGs, if you can't kip her, and you can't nip her, and you can't sell her, and you can't walk her, and you can't widen her, and you know damn well you can't Stottlemyre, and no matter how many times you ask nicely, she won't let you gleam her in the Torres. You can always just nep her with old Bob Nepper. There you go. Buenos dias, Arturo. How about Ozzie Guillen before he got new teeth for the Sox? Shout out to Mr. McDonald. Jose Guzman, having a good time. Down goes Willie Frazier. Heaton, throwing that heat on. Old Gene Nelson, and look at Gene Nelson without a mustache. He looks like he's 11. Geez, nicely done there, sir. Danny Jackson, hurling some heat for the Royals. How about Jacoby, Ken Howell, Gedman for the Bo Sox, Rick Rhoden, and that is a fine mustache, if I do say so myself. That's a man that's going places. Hell yeah. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, talk about from famine to feast in the mustache department. Goodness gracious, this guy's got mustache to spare. The man, the myth, the Hall of Fame mustache of Jack Morris. I mean, that thing is good. I want to be friends with it. Look at the opacity, the girth. I mean, even on both sides of the mouth, that thing is glorious. That might even have a mind of its own. I mean, that might be a mustache operating a human. I'm just saying. All right. Heck of a first pack, if I do say so myself. Mr. Trevor Taylor says the 88 I just took down is this one. Oh, you legend. All right. Well, Trevor Taylor, this entire pack is going into your pile there, buddy. That is the first time that's ever happened, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much, Trevor Taylor, you big sweetie. I am going to put your name on them right meow. That is very thoughtful of you, Trevor Taylor. I cannot thank you enough, buddy. All right. And you know what? We got to sleeve that Hall of Fame mustache. If this is going to you, you legend. We got to protect that dastardly dirt squirrel. Okie dokie. Mr. Trevor Taylor with the first purchase of the morning. Oh, he says donate them? Well, I will handle that, my man. Thank you so much, Trevor Taylor. That is amazing. And I literally cannot thank you enough. That's right, Jeff Hansen. It is no Raleigh fingers. But hey, he is definitely on the mustache radar. We'll put it that way, right? And folks, if you remember, last year at the National, I was able to get 10 slabs directly from Raleigh Fingers' personal collection. Pretty cool, right? And I'm hoping to do that again this year. I am looking for that. There is more of that out there, and I know exactly where to go. So keep your eyes peeled here, ladies and gentlemen, right after the National. JWV repacks are coming back with a vengeance. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, it looks like our Heritage break is sold out. There you go. Allow me just a moment, my friends. I need to fix something because I keep hitting the wrong dang button on my soundboard because it is labeled incorrectly. That's better. As I jack my camera, there you go. Nicely done, Dalen. Okie dokie. Mucho mejor. I had my Bruce Buffer sound labeled as the cheer sound. It is not the cheer sound. Oh, there you go. Okie dokie. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, folks. Trevor Taylor. Or excuse me, Trevor Bostwick. Oh, it was too slow. Hey, it happens to the best of us, big man. But hey, don't you worry. We will have plenty more where that came from, brother. We have an entire sealed case of 2025 Topps Heritage. And if you remember last year's Topps Heritage, we did pretty damn well in that one. And if you remember the one before that, we had a one-of-one superfractor Oscar Gonzalez that we found out of our case. So I am indescribably excited to see what we find out of our first case of 2025 Heritage. I have said it before, my friends, and I will say it again. Anytime you have those old classic designs with modern players on it, take my money. Just take it. Okie dokie, folkies. Let me lock in a couple of break spots here real quick, and then we will get into our family rips. And Kirk Noah, you are first in the family rip department, big man. We're going to rip into some 1989 Donruss. And then Arturo has 2 Aaron Judge boxes. Senor Cotto, you're in the hole. And then Mr. Behrman Jr. snagged some beautiful products this morning as well. So I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for doing that, making my morning as always. Let's lock in some break spots, though. Shout out to Mikey, too. Mr. Koba taking 3 spots. in 2025 Topps Heritage. I sincerely appreciate you all bearing with me while I write. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mikey 2 has 16, 17, and 18. Thank you, Mikey 2. There you go, good buddy. You are locked in there, Mikey 2. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. And who's next? Ooh, Mr. Larson and Mr. Hanson. Beautiful. Oh, hell yeah. How about spot number 15 for Ernie Larson? And last but not least, Mr. Hanson. And we are not talking about Mbop. Taking number 10. Thank you, Jeff Hansen. Okie dokie. I am still showing 1, 2, 3, 4 spots left. So I must have missed somebody. I am missing spots 4, 25, 28, and 30. Aha. And I see him right here. Mr. Paul Bailey taking 4, 25, and 30. Thank you, Paul. So now just spot number 28. All right. Beautiful. Hey, folks. If you have noticed that I no longer have music, and it's a big deal to you, would you let me know somehow? I appreciate that. So a lot of you know that typically we have music playing on this channel. With our new setup, I can have music blasting, and you all still cannot hear it. So we're working on that, but it's still a little different for me being over here without any music. So if you have noticed that and it's like an issue for you, let me know. If you like it without music, please let me know that too. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kirk Noah. Thank you, Gabriel Bruno. Yep, I got you covered, buddy. So we just need spot number 28. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see who snags spot number 28, numero 28. It is not Kirk Noah, at least not that one. And I appreciate you bearing with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Mikey, too, that is very kind of you to say. I sincerely appreciate the positivity this morning, my brother. Uncle Smitty, you silly goose. He's got issues, but 99 problems, but a ish ain't one. Hit me. All right. Kevin O'Brien, I got you in spot number 3. I am looking for spot number 28. Not you, Mr. Hanson. I must have missed it back in the day here. Number 29 goes to Mikey Koba. I got that one. Gabriel Bruno. It will be going up today, my dude. And actually, I might be able to put it up right after I find this spot number 28. Aha. Trigger Trevor Bostwick. Got you covered, brother. I am so sorry. That is Trevor Taylor. I sincerely apologize. Wrong Trevor. Gotcha, Trevor Taylor. Thank you, big man. There you go, legends. We good to go. All right, Gabriel Bruno. Let me see if I can fix that for you right meow. Actually, we might be able to put up Heritage Break number 2 right now. Nope, we do not have that one ready yet. I thought we might have one in the chamber. We do not. So we will have that up probably before noon, I will say. So if you folks want to keep your eyes peeled for the next 2025 Topps Heritage Hobby Break out of our sealed case, that is when I would do it. Excuse me. Mikey 2, I will refresh that shop right now, big man. Let's see. The last thing I saw was your break spots. Mikey 2. Let's see what we have here, buddy. Ah, yes. I just haven't gotten to that one yet, Mikey 2. Yep, I'm still working my way down the list here, my dear friend. All right, Trevor Taylor, thank you again for snagging that pack, you incredible human being. And then next is Mr. Mikey 2, taking down not 1, not 2, but 3 Tops 206. Oh, hell yeah. That is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, Mikey 2. Allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Bam! Bam! And bam! There you go, big man. I could not be more excited to bust into some tobacco cards with you, my brother. Thank you so much for snagging those down from junkwaxvintage.com. So, Mikey 2, you are in the queue. Let me put your name on those little bad boys. And Kirk Noah, you're up. Unless we have Chris St. Germain here. Oh, I think they're different. I think those are different, Mikey 2. Give me just a moment, though, my friends. Aha. I found him. Thank you so much for bearing with me there. There you go. You have 2 wave 3s and a wave 4. Yep. Should be good to go there, buddy. Oh, there's 3, 4, and 5. Excuse me. I see 3 and 4. And there is your wave 5, my man. Done deal. And that is exactly what we were talking about last night, Jeff Hansen. Correct. All right, Mr. Koba, I got you locked in. Thank you for bearing with me on that one, buddy. That is one of those brand new products that Mrs. Junkwax snagged, and I got to be honest, I didn't even know we had it. I love it. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. Okie dokie. Let's get back to it, you legends. Kirk Noah. Like I said, unless we have the Count of St. Germain here. If we have Chris St. Germain, he's got some F1 packs here, marinating. That is right, Ryan Morris, and good morning to Game 7 Prince, my brother from another mother. It is damn good to see you as always, my dude. How are you? Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, we have a celebrity in our midst. The co-creator of 5 for 5 Baseball, Mr. Game 7 Prince himself, Ryan, one of the oest of OGs of this family. It is damn good to see you this morning, you legend. Timbo T. Wood, good morning, you giant, handsome son of a gun. Good to see you. Ooh, ouch. I am so sorry, buddy. That is not a fun thing to do this morning. I hope we can take your mind off it for just a couple of minutes. Love you, Timbo. Ouch, kabibbles. That is correct, Jeff Hansen. Thank you, thank you. And there you go, Jeffro, for the warm welcome to Mr. Ryan. I love that guy. All right. Kirk Noah, my brother from another mother. My favorite former fellow Washingtonian. Are you ready, sir? Are you here? Oh, roger that, Timbo T. Wood. Roger that, buddy. Well, I hope he had a good life. We should all be so lucky. How about 6 packs of 1989 Donruss? You already know, you legends, we are looking for some Ken Griffey Jr. rated rookie action. This is a magnificent way to start our fantastic FriYAY. Good luck, Kirk Noah. And Arturo Cotto, you're on deck with some juicy Aaron Judge boxes. Good, buddy. All right, first pack magic for you, Kirkimus. And we start off with Old Man Spawn on the puzzle. Lavalier for the Pirates. Why am I saying Whit? Weird. Ernie Whit. Hit him in the steeb. That's back-to-back Blue Jays. Clyburn. Neil Heaton. the second heat on this morning. Barry Lyons for the Mets. Chili, Dougie Fresh, Timmy Jones. How about the crime dog Fred McGriff on your Diamond Kings? Dave Meads, somebody bang a trash can for Trevor Taylor's Astros. Mr. Mikey Pagliarulo for the Pinstripes. Gerald Perry with his unusually white teeth. Lampkin, and Alvin Simon and Theodore Davis. Getting us started. Nice first pack there for you, buddy. Thank you, Kirk Noah, for the positivity. Hey, we love you, Timbo. Enjoy your morning, big man. And we will see you tonight. All right. Starting off with another old man spawn. Ooh, Kevin's cousin. Shout out to my little O'Briens out there. That is the O'Brien's cousin, thrice removed. Rosenberg. I think that was the guy that Eminem was talking about on his first CD. Mr. Rosenberg. I'm just kidding. Hollywood, Darnell Coles. Fischel. Thurman. The chiseled chin of Mr. Darren Dalton. David Wells, another Blue Jay. Pedro Guerrero, looking baseball ready for the Cardinals. Big Jim Rice. Wander Franco's daddy. Just kidding. John Franco. Ricky Horton Heat. The infamous safety glasses of Mr. Chris Sabo. Martinez. Devon White. And Pat Borders channeling his inner John Olerud with that helmet. Excellent little second pack there for you, buddy. Moving on. Good morning, Johnny Ward, you giant, smiling, handsome son of a gun. I could not agree more, Johnny Mesco. I love some Diamond Kings. All right. Another old man spawn on the puzzle. How about Jose King of Leon for the Cardinals? Shout out to Jeff Rowe and Kyle Willard. Upshaw, Normie, Tommy Hare for Minnesota. Jerry Royce, also known as Santa Claus. Matty Noakes, just looking happy to be there for the Tigers. Whitson. Why am I saying Whitson? Weird. Mike Harkey, underrated rookie. Juan and Emilian Nieves. Mark McGuire, there you go. And if you folks remember, we have a 1987 Fleer Mark McGuire PSA 10 in the Junkwax Vintage Hit boxes. Keep your eyes peeled for that one there, folks. That one's a cool one. Gerald Young, Lambardazzi, Steve Jeltz, old Jerry Curl Jeltz, Tim Cruz, rest in peace to Tim, and Return of the Mac, Mr. Shane Mack, last but not least. Ernie Larson, you have a Walt Weiss, Chris Sabo, and Mark Grace autographed baseballs. That was your college fund? Nice. Gotta love it, brother. Those are all pretty damn cool autographs to have. Nicely done. Kirk Noah says, who is our resident Reds fan? So we have a couple. I would say Brad Lamping is our #1 Cincinnati fan, has been for years. But we also have our resident rock star, Mr. Chris Robertson, who is the lead singer of a band called Blackstone Cherry. They are absolutely amazing. He is also a member of this family. Those are the two Cincinnati fans that come right off the top of my head, but I think there's other ones out there too. Okay, here we go. Old man spawn on the puzzle. Kevin is always a little gross on the MVP. The Shermanator, Sherman Corbett. My second favorite oral. Giggity, giggity. MVP Oral Hershiser. Awesome. Speaking of luscious lip curtains, the Cowboys' daddy, Donald Cerrone's daddy. Just kidding. Rick Cerrone. Pico de Gallo for the Cubbies. Worthington. Lee Brandt. Migraine. Vince Coleman on the Diamond Kings. Shout out to Mr. Wade Block. How about Double Dibble? Island. Spire. Elster. Jeff Russell looking like a stepdad far back on child support. And Boba Fett's daddy. How about Dante Bichette for the Angels? Finishing that one off. Oh, that's right. Mark. That's right. I forgot. Mark is kind of newer to the family. He is a Cincinnati fan as well. I apologize, Mark. I am so sorry, buddy. Did not mean to leave you out there, brother. But yes, Mark is a Cincinnati fan as well. Gotta love some Wheels of Hell gaming. Good to have you, Mark. Johnny Mesco, I do my damnedest, sir. I do my damnedest. Thank you. That's right, Big Erd. All right, here we go, Kirk Noah. This is your penultimate pack magic, good man. And we start with Old Man Spawn. How about Ricky Ruschel? Shout out to Rob Richardson, our resident Gigantes fan. The Crime Dog Fred McGriff on your MVP. Aquino. Robin Yount. Joe Bover. Les Lancaster. I've always thought, ever since I was a little kid, I have thought that he looks a little creepy on that card. Like he looks like he's a little devious. There's something going on behind those eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Bodies in the basement? Maybe. Lanolin? Like sheep's wool? All right, we got Bob Brenly for the Gigantes. Mr. Burns. Excellent. Miggy Garcia. Saberhagen. That is Big D's PC. There we go. There's some Mark Grace, one of my favorite baseball players of the late 80s, early 90s. Checklist. The dime piece, Mr. Paul O'Neill. Terry Poole. And last but not least, old Jerry Brownie. That's right, Mikey, too. That's right. Jeff Hansen, I see you there, legend. I see ya. All right, folks.
You have any matches? Try setting it on fire.
One day on, one to go.
Last pack magic for you, Kirkimus. And Arturo Coto. Mi hermano. ¿Estamos listos? Porque eres siguiente, señor. You are next. As Chong Li would say in Bloodsport, you are next. All right, let's do it. Thank you so much, Jeffro. I feel you, Kirk Noah. I appreciate you being thoughtful, buddy. You know, I love it when you guys want to gift cards, but when we gift cards to everybody, unfortunately, it kind of becomes a free-for-all. So I appreciate you being thoughtful, Kirk Noah. Thank you, big man. If you would like Kirk Noah, you can tell people that they are more than welcome to call cards out of here. They just have to do it behind the scenes in Facebook and shoot me a message, and so that way I can go back and pull them after the show. I hope that is okay. I appreciate it so much, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, last pack magic, my man. Good luck. There's Arturo on your son's account. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Old Man Spawn. Oh, hell yeah. I think this deserves a skull. It is the first skull of this fantastic FriYAY, ladies and gentlemen. It will get better. How about Kirby Puckett on the MVP? Luis Rivera. Randy Myers. Glennon Wilson. Jose of Jesus. Neslick. Andy Allenson. Will the Thrill for the Gigantes. Shout out to Rob Richardson. Jose Canseco on the 40-40 Club. Beautiful. There you go, buddy. I remember pulling that card when I was like 10, and I thought that was the coolest card. Gosh, that's ridiculously nostalgic. How about Gene Larkin for Minnesota? Alicia. Pete Harnish on the rated rookie. The Karate Kid, Mitchie Williams. Bill Long. And last but not least for our Seattle Mariners, Kirk Noah, Ray Quinones. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. Well, gosh dang it, Kirk Noah. I am so sorry we could not find a Ken Griffey Jr. rated rookie, my brother, but we still have plenty of packs left. Don't you worry. If you all would allow me just a moment, I'm going to put these over here to the side. I know, Kirk Noah. I know it, brother. I know it. Okie dokie. Let me snag myself a little sippy here, my friends. Cheers. Baroast. And my camera's a little bit crooked. Sorry about that. Yikes. We're still just a scotch. That's better. Excellent. All right, Arturo Coto. One of the oldest of OGs of this entire family. For those of you that do not know, Mr. Arturo Coto has been with me since I was ripping packs back in the closet for like 2 and 3 people. He is our native New York fanatic. So these are Topps Aaron Judge collaboration boxes. And we have 2 of them from 2021. So Arturo, buena suerte. And always, thank you so much for utilizing junkwaxvintage.com. And let me rip into these for you this morning, good buddy. Here we go. Slicing that plastic for Grandpa Brucey. Twice. Yes, it is, Mark. It surely is, my friend. So Mrs. Junkwax got that for me last year for my birthday. And the hammer, Jeff Hansen, says that is Dalen Doncic. He says it looks like Luka. And I do not disagree. Actually, you know what? She could have got that for me a couple of years ago. I think I've had that for 2 years now. Thinking back on that. All right, there you go, Arturo. Your packs are liberated, good buddy. Let's put old Dalen Doncic off to the side. Y buena suerte, Arturo. That's right, Trigatrev. You know it, brother. He is on his son's account this morning, so he is not Ghost Cards. He is Straight Beams this morning over here on Twitch. There you go, Jeffro. Could look like Chris Evans, you're right. But he's a handsome son of a gun, so I will take it. Empty box there, Arturo. All right, brother, here we go. And just to let you know, everybody, Mr. Behrman Jr., Jeff, are you here, buddy? Because you're up next. And then, my dear friends, we have 3 boxes to rip into for Mikey 2, and then we are busting into our very first hobby break of 2025 Topps Heritage. All right, Arturo, paquete numero 1. Ooh, and we start with the legend, Mr. Big Dave Winfield. Awesome. Buster Posey on the first impressions from 2010. The Afro Sheen Soul Glow Drip of Mr. Eddie Murray. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. These cards are cool. Atreyu Abreu. Gary Cotta with some California love. Thurman Munson. Speaking of dastardly dirt squirrels, that dude had a magnificent mustache. Aw, Ricky gone. How about Ricky Henderson? Rest in peace to the legend. Oh, hell yeah. How about Ken Griffey Jr.? You know I love that one, buddy. How about Reese Lightning on the California Love? J.P. Crawford, and that is a black and white. I'm going to sleeve that one up for you. That's pretty damn cool. Orlando Cepeda, who we just lost recently, I think. Dusty Baker, baseball legend. Juan Soto on the All Rise. Little Yastrzemski on the black and white. And Funky Cold Molina finishing off first one there for you, Arturo. Not too shabby there, big man. I definitely do, Mikey, too. Thank you. Arturo Cotto is back on his account, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Ghost Cards. And if you want me to take this Ken Griffey Jr., I will definitely do so. And I cannot thank you enough, Arturo. I definitely do not have that one. Cannot thank you enough, big man. That's right, Jeffro. Gotta love some Saint Lunatics. All right, we got to sleeve up the 2 black and whites in there. And then we are getting into pack number 2 for Arturo. And do we have a Jeff Behrman Jr. here this morning? Mr. Behrman. Senior or junior, for that matter. Shout out to both of my bodacious Behrmans. Mikey 2 says, so the 1989 packs are where you can find the Griffey rookies. Some of them, yes. So, for example, Mikey 2, in 1989 score, the flagship 1989 score, you will not find Ken Griffey Jr. in there. He is only in the 1989 score traded set. Same thing with Topps. 1989 Topps, you could buy a whole wax box of 36 packs. You will not find Ken Griffey Jr. because he's only in 1989 Topps traded. But he was in 1989 Donruss. He was in 1989 Upper Deck. He was 1989 Fleer. 1989 Bowman. I feel like I'm missing one, but I think that's it. There you go. All right, Arturo. And good morning, Randy Schmidt. Buenos dias, Senor Ruiz. It is wonderful to see you, gentlemen. Jeff Hansen says, I just grabbed 2 packs from the shop. Can you give them to Kirk? Of course I can, you legend. Are they 1989 Donruss? Because I'm happy to bust into another couple for Kirkimus. See if we can't find that infamous fabled Ken Griffey Jr. All right, we start with Cecil Fielder, looking thicker than a couple of Snickers. Oh, no. Would have been wonderful back in 2021 when these are created. How about Wander Franco? You let me know there, Arturo. Big Dave Winfield, Babe Ruth, McCovey Cove, Austin Meadows on the black and white, Thurman Munson, the GOAT, Mr. Tony Gwynn on the California Love, Mike Trout, Gary Cotta, the Canadian sensation with his 6 head. That is not a 4 head, my friends. That is not a 5 head. That's a 6 head. Mike Pizza, 1993. A. Ron Judge on the black and white. There you go, big man. Stoked to find you a little black and white A. Ron. How about Funky Cold Molina? So nice, we have seen him twice. The legend Dusty Baker. And Bernie Williams. Last but not least for your pinstripes, Arturo. Some absolutely beautiful tarjetas, mi hermano. I appreciate you so much as always, buddy. And Arturo, I cannot thank you enough for participating in the video that everybody made that we saw on Wednesday night. That was nothing short of amazing, and I cannot thank you enough, my dude. We have come a long way together, you and I, brother. Ah, very nice there, Trigger Trev. Beautiful. Arturo says, can you give Funky Cold Molina to Jeffro? I am stoked to give that to Jeffro. You betcha. And you got a couple of them. There you go, big man. Aha. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Jeffro, you got yourself a Funky Cold Molina from 2021 Topps collaboration with Aaron Judge. Nice. All right, Arturo. I am sleeving up your Austin Meadows. You let me know if we need to chuck that Wander Franco. Ouch, kabibbles. I'm going to top load your black and white Aaron Judge because it is beautiful. There you go, buddy. Thank you as always, Arturo. I love ripping for you. And brother, that Ken Griffey Jr. will be in my PC forever. You already know, my friend. Cannot thank you enough. Making my morning over there, Arturo Coto. Johnny Mesco. It is not. We had some Wanders last night that went flying first. Oh, hell yeah. Mikey, of course I can. So it looks like the entire family, Mikey and Jeffro, or excuse me, Mikey and Jeff Hansen have both purchased some packs for Kirk Noah out of our 1989 sealed wax box. Beautiful. I cannot thank you enough, gentlemen. That is amazingly kind of you. All right. Gracias otra vez, Arturo. And let me refresh that shop real quick here, folks. It does not look like we have a Behrman Jr. this morning. We might be busting into his stuff tonight. And that is 1,000% okay. Always. Cheers, my friends. Barost. Pinkies up because we're fancy. Oh, hell yeah. Dylan Carter blowing up the shop this morning. Thank you so much, you legend. Taking down another Marvel Annual Hobby Box. Come on now, buddy. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I am so stoked to see what numbered cards we find out of this one for you. The first box was amazing. So, let me grab that box for you, Dylon, and then I see you, Jeff Hansen, and Mikey 2. So, Mikey 2 snagged 2 packs of 1989 Donruss, and Jeff Hansen snagged a 1988 Donruss, 2 of them. So, Jeff Hansen, did you intend to snag 1988 or 1989 Donruss, brother? If I need to refund these and switch them over, I'm happy to do that. They're actually the same price, so I could just grab a couple for you, but I do need to update the count within my system. Arturo, I will definitely check that Wander Franco for you, buddy. Where in the world is Wander Minor Franco? You know he's got to go flying, ladies and gentlemen. I hope his trays, seat tables, and seat backs are in their full, locked, upright positions. See ya. Done deal. Jeff Hansen, you wanted 1989 Donruss? I have got you covered, brother. My pleasure. No sweat. But I'm going to make myself a little note that I need to go in and update the inventory. On the 89 Donruss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be right back, you legends. Oakley Dokley, I see 2 packs from Mikey 2. And we have 2 packs from the Hammer, Mr. Jeff Hansen. There you go, Kirk Noah. We're going to bust into those in just a couple of minutes, buddy. But first, we have Mikey 2. So, Mikey 2, we have 3 boxes of Topps 206, good buddy. Waves 3, 4, and 5. Arturo, that is exactly what he's chasing. Yep, correctamundo. All right, Mark, I feel you on that one, my dude. Hey, Jeff Hansen, you are totally fine, brother. You are good to go. All right, I'm going to put these off to the side for Mr. Kirkamus, and let's bust into these for Mikey 2 real quick, shall we? And then remember, my friends, right after this, we're going to bust into our very first hobby box of 2025 Topps Heritage from a sealed case. Beautiful. All right, Mikey 2. How about Topps 206 Wave 3? Shall we? Let's do it. Slicing that plastic for Grandpa Brucey. Let's see if we can't find Mikey 2 something juicy. Oh, wow, there is 1 pack in those little bad boys. Fun. Good luck, Mikey 2. Ah, roger that, Kirk Noah. Well, I'm excited to hopefully find you one in these packs here, buddy. All right, we start off with, hello, Joe Adele on the mini. Our tobaccos, Sonny Gray, the man, the myth, the Ichiro Suzuki, Whitey Ford singing the blues, Josiah Gray, John Gray, excuse me, Mr. Kittredge for the Rays, Moises Alou, Josh Donaldson, Josiah Gray, there we go, and Keston Hiura, last but not least, on that one. And the first one is a 100 subjects. I think that's some kind of a parallel. Oh, no, I take that back. I think they just have faded ink on the back of that one. That is your Piedmont back. That is the parallel that comes in there. So on the tobacco cards, you always want to check the back because the back is going to denote rarity. They do not print serial numbers on these cards. They have some of them that are just printed to a certain run, like 10 or 25, etc. So there you go on your very first one. Let's see what's in Wave 3 here, shall we? And Kirk Noah, you're up next. Thank you, Big Earn. There you go. Yep. 8 cards total. Correctamundo. So on the Topps 206 that came out in 2024, they have 4 packs per box. Empty box there, buddy. All right, round 2. And I am so with you, Kirk Noah. Oh, buddy. How about an American Beauty back? I will have to double check, but I typically, those are printed to like 25. I'll have to double check, though. And that is a Casey Stengel for the pinstripe. Shout out to Arturo on the American Beauty back. How about a Piedmont back? Royce Lewis, rookie from Minnesota. Beautiful. And now we're into our base. We have always a Partey with Ketel Marte. Fred Lynn. We still have a Fred Lynn rookie slab out there. Another Wander Franco. Oh, no. How about Willie Adames? Carlos Rodon. Ulieski, or excuse me, that is Lourdes Gurriel. Orlando Cepeda. Luis Arias, Silver Slugger from Minnesota. And the ambassador of the Quan, Mr. Stephen Kwan. And that goes to Tim Hudson and his Cleveland Guardians. Nice. All right, Mikey 2.
One day on, one to go.
Last box magic, big man. And as always, Mikey, I cannot thank you enough, not only for utilizing junkwaxvintage.com this morning, but for paying it forward to Kirk Noah as well, buddy. That is incredibly kind of you. I say it almost every single day that we have the best group of Gem Mint 10 human beings in the entire card hobby right here in the Junk Wax Vintage Card Club. It is, Jeffro, it is some of the first flights. You were absolutely right, buddy. Yep. We checked 4 last night for Super Grover. He found some. All right, Mikey 2. He says yeet. The Wander Franco. See ya. All right, best of luck to you, buddy. Last box magic. Here we go, Mikey 2. So shout out to Super Grover, who did have the very first Franco flights last night. That was fun. Mrs. Junkwax found him all over the studio and was like, what the hell? We got to keep this clean. Yeah, good luck with that. With Wander Francos flying everywhere. Okie dokie, buddy. And we start off with the Braves legend for Milwaukee Braves, Eddie Matthews. Oh, brother. We have a wood parallel in here, my dude. And typically those are printed to 25. So that is a Piedmont back on the Eddie Matthews, by the way. Those are typically like one in every other pack. They're not super rare. How about Cecil Fielder, looking thicker than a few Snickers for the Blue Jays. And that is a Principe de Guy back. I think those are like one in every 5 or 6 packs, something like that. Again, I would need to double check. If you want to go check out or Google this product, you should be able to see exactly what these are printed to. And your wood parallel is Liam Hendricks for the White Sox. Shout out to Mr. John McDonald. That is a cool one, my man. Those wood ones are tough to find. How about Mr. Harrison for the White Sox? The not-so-dirty Sanchez. Jared Kelenic for our Mariners. Joey Bart. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. Jeremy Pena, somebody bang a trash can for Trevor Taylor's Astros. Rookie. Big Mo Vaughn for the Bo Sox. Shout out to Timbo and my Boston brethren. And last but not least for your Trolley Dodgers, Mikey 2. How about some Max Muncy? Nice. Johnny Mesco, question, says, how many did you find cleaning out the old studio? A ton of them. I actually sent a photo. We have a small text group that a bunch of us have started because they were putting money together for Mrs. Junkwax's chair. Well, I texted that group a photo of the old studio with all the cards that I found behind the dressers and whatnot. It was pretty amazing. If I had to guess, I would say I found like 20 that were tucked behind dressers and shelves and stuff. So good question. Mr. Ernie Larson says you need to find the soundbite of Darren McFadden saying we got that wood and add it to the soundboard. I will keep that in mind, my brother. Thank you, Mr. Larson. Ah, that is very kind of you, Mikey, too. I appreciate that, my brother. So, of course, my friends, if you do want any of those cards, please hit me behind the scenes. It is tough for me to handle that stuff right during the show. Sometimes it becomes a free-for-all and it gets a little crazy. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me on that. Thank you. All right, so you said you wanted the wood and the Max Muncy. I have got you covered, Mikey, too. If that's all you want, buddy, I will donate the rest of them for you. Even the SPs? Like the ones that are pretty rare on the back? Are you sure? Okay, he says he's sure. I love it. Thank you so much, Mikey, too. You got it, brother. Your wish is my command, good sir. Let me make myself a little note here. So to not confuse Mrs. Junkwax. Alrighty. Good to go. Thank you again, Mikey2. That is incredibly kind. Excuse me. That is incredibly kind of you, and I cannot thank you enough, buddy. I know the rest of the family is very appreciative as well. Trevor Taylor, I see you, you legend. Yeah, hit me behind the scenes, buddy. I am happy to work with you on that one, my dude. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I see we just got an influx of newbies. Top of the morning to you. It is wonderful to see you this morning, my friends. As always, if you are new here, if it is your very first time tuning into this ugly mug, top of the morning to you, my friends. Happy FriYAY. My name is Dalen, also known as Junkwax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single day, starting and ending your days right with that daily dose of positivity, some sweet, sweet trading cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always a hell of a lot of laughs. Typically at my expense, and I would have it no other way. So if you are new here this morning, my friends, feel free to go check out junkwaxvintage.com. That is where you find a delicious wall of wax that is now over here to my left that you can't see, but I promise you it's there. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Let me see if I can show you something. My friends, there's going to be a little bit of an earthquake. I apologize in advance. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Little field trip. That is the wall of wax. And there is so much stuff up there. So feel free to snag yourself something down. I would love to rip it for you. All right, there we go. And we back. Beautiful.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Damn right, Ernie Larson. I see you, Uncle Smitty. My man. Hey, thank you so much, Mikey2. Thank you so much, Uncle Smitty. You remember the old school field trips. All right, Kirk Noah. We have 4 gifted packs of 1989 Don Russ. Let's see if we can't find you a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, my brother. And then, my friends, we're busting into a hobby family break of 2025 Topps Heritage. Damn right, Uncle Moosey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moose is loose. Good morning, Uncle Moosey. My brother from another mother. Damn good to see you, buddy. How we doing this morning, bud? Making my morning as always. Perfect timing. Let's see if we can't find a Ken Griffey Jr. rated rookie with Uncle Moosey in our midst. All right, first pack magic. Starting off with Old Man Spawn, the Cowboys Daddy, Pico de Gallo, Worthington, Lee Brandt, Joe Migraine, Vince Coleman again on your Diamond Kings, Bill Duran, Pat Sheridan, Craig Reynolds Rap. Shout out to Craig Prescott. Todd Froworth, Moreland laying down the bunt, Boba Fett's Daddy Dante, Willie Randolph, the underrated, old Timmy Tufel, Double T, and we're not talking about Timmy Tebow or Trevor Taylor. Timmy Tufel. And last but not least, the legend, Mr. Fred Lynn. Not too shabby on pack number 1 there, buddy. Moving on. And I could not agree more, Kirk Noah. Shout out to Jeff Hansen and Mr. Kobaugh for hooking you up with these packs. All right, Old Man Spawn. Santa Claus. Arriba Perazza. Oswald Perazza. I believe his son is now playing for the Pinstripes. Old Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
There you go. Kilgus. The GOAT, Mr. Tony Gwynn on your Diamond Kings. Danny Darwin. I'm Terry Leach. Welcome to Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Today, we're looking at Terry in his 18-room penthouse apartment. How about Francisco Melendez, Mom Spaghetti, Sergeant Slot, Return of the Mac, Kevin is always a little gross, The Shermanator, Bobby Bonilla Day, and a checklist. Last but not least, I was all excited. That Ken Griffey Jr. is purple. I was looking for that one. I am right there with you, Jeffro, right? Okay, folks, this is our penultimate base pack magic for Kirk Noah. Good luck. Thank you so much, Uncle Moosey. I sincerely appreciate the kind words this morning, my brother. That means a lot coming from you because you have seen every inception of this channel. So remember, my friends, we do have a new studio, but we're not quite done yet. We still have a lot of work to do because it's only going to get better. We're pretty bare bones at this moment right now. We're about 75% done, I would say. Still a long way to go. But thank you, Uncle Moosey. That means a lot. All right, we have Old Man Spawn. Excuse me. How about Mr. Andy Van Slyke on the MVP? John Moses for Minnesota. Better hide that fruit. We got some Gallagher. Jeff Ballard. Reedus. Mel Hall. Marty Barrett, the 50 cal. Spire. Elster. Stepdad Russell. Cersei Lannister on the rated rookie. Willie McGee looking happy to be there. Tim Berkey, old James Berkey's cousin, thrice removed. And Jeff, I've got no muscles, man. Shout out to our Toronto cousins. And Oda B. McDowell, finishing that one off for you, buddy. Not too shabby. But let's go to our last pack magic, big man.
One down, one to go.
Best of luck to you, Kirkamus. Come on, Ken Griffey Jr. And just to let you know, we do have looks like we have 5 packs left on that one, my friends, on our 1989 Donruss Baseball. That's right, Jeff Hansen. This is your pack number 4. Good luck. Come on. All right, we got Old Man Spawn on the puzzle. Weird. Dylan Carter, thank you so much, you legend. We're getting into your hobby box. Hippolito Pena. Old Greg, one more time.
Come on, Greg.
It's attached to your rod, mother licka. The Swindler. Mike Schooler looking like he just left an upper decker in the men's room. Harkey on the rated rookie. Juan and Emilian Nieves. Mark McGuire. There you go. Gerald Young. Lambardazzi. Chris James. Bruce Hurst. Welcome to the Eric Show. Spike Owen. Keith Brown. And Jesse Orozco. Last but not least there for you, Kirk Rylance, or Kirk Noah, excuse me. Different Kirk. Shout out to both of the family Kirks. But there you go, brother. And thank you again to Jeff Hansen and Mikey too, Mr. Kobaugh, for paying that forward to the family, gentlemen. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. That is very, very cool. This family would not be what it is without you, there, boys. Ah, Mr. Kenyon. Hey, happens to the best of us, buddy. And you are absolutely right. Thank you both. I appreciate it so, so much. Let me put these in Kirkamus's pile. You will have a blast going through those with young Taryn. All right, my dear friends. Well, good morning, Boston Bill Cormier, you handsome son of a gun. Always good to see you. Shout out to you and Julie. How are we on this fantastic Friday morning? Trevor Taylor, you are more than welcome, my friend. All right, Dylon. Mr. Carter, we have some Marvel Annual to get into, good buddy. I don't want to leave you waiting for a couple of days again. Gosh dang it. I appreciate you, by the way, bearing with us on that last box. But this one we're going to knock out right now. If you are here, Dylan Carter, hell yeah, let's do it. So we're going to bust into this for Dylan Carter. And then, my friends, we're going to bust into that 2025 Topps Heritage Family Break. Sound good? Good luck, Dylon. Slicing that plastic for Grandpa Brucey. And folks, if you did not see the first hobby box that he busted, you might want to go back and watch that replay. That was pretty damn good. We found a hologram numbered to 23. The only other person we have found one of those for is Morgie's son, little Morgie. We found a Miles Morales Spider-Man numbered to 23. And we had that graded too. Came back a 9, if my memory serves me correctly. All right, pack-ectomy. There you go, Dylan. You know we got to pull those pack number 4s to the side. There is only 2 of them, I think. Nope, just kidding. 3 of them. All right. Good luck, Dylan. Let's go. Trigger Trev, there you go, buddy. Mr. Brian Smith, I am glad you're having a busy morning over there, my man. That is a good kind of busy. And I appreciate you popping that handsome face in here, good buddy. Good to see you. Happy FriYAY. Mr. Paul Bailey, we have not done them yet, buddy. We still have a little ways to go before we get to that, Paul Bailey. You have not missed anything, my dude. So we're going to bust through this. And then it looks like we might have some more packs to bust into as well. And then we will get into our break. All right, we have Phylong getting us started. Gavril O'Princip. Ooh, you got Wong on the black and white canvas. Firestar. The Maker. Modoc. Summer of Symbiotes, the Scorpion. There's your first premium insert. We have Sage. And I think you got a numbered Sage last night, so you're on your way to a rainbow of that little lady. Quicksilver. Orbis Stellaris. Sam Wilson. How about the number 1 spot, Venom? Meridian Diadem on a black and white canvas. Oh, hell yeah. Shout out to Wesley Snipes. That is such a cool blade. Love it. Elsa Bloodstone. Bucky Barnes. You got the Falcon. The City Smith on your black and white canvas. Rasputin. And Danny Ketch, last but not least. Is that a Ghost Rider? Ah, that is not Ghost Rider. Just kind of looks like it. Interesting. Huh. All right, not too shabby there, good buddy. Moving on. You and I both, Jeff Hansen. Right there with you, Trigger Trevor Bostwick, that's right. The saver of Marvel movies. So if you folks don't know, if my memory serves me correctly, Blade, a lot of people said that that movie was not going to do well. And it did. And so I think that's one of the main reasons that we see all the comic book movies that we see today. Kind of opened the doors for adult rated R comic book movies. All right, here we go. How about Toth and his tablets? If you guys have not read up on the Emerald Tablets of Toth, you should. X-23 with Colossus co-starring, the number 1 spot, Avengers. Suspended animation, numbered to $6.99. Acetate, Clea Strange. I wonder if that's Doctor Strange's wife. Acetate cards are so damn cool. I love them. How about the Black Cat? Meow. Talia Warroad. Hope Summers. Echo, Echo, Echo. And that one is a premium insert. What a beautiful card there for you, buddy. Gosh, these are sick. All right, we have the Beast. And that one is number 2, $4.99. Beautiful. Kid Omega. Another Echo. Summer of Symbiotes, Venom Noir. Fun. Mystique on the black and white canvas. Idol Alabaster. The Black Panther straight out of Wakanda, Jean Grey. We have Captain Britain in the number 1 spot. Elsa Bloodstone, numbered to $4.99. It's a lady. How about Win and the Spider Boy? Finishing that one off for you. We got a couple of sleevers here for Dylan. Your Elsa Bloodstone. And that Clea Strange And that Clea Strange is 313 out of 699. Mr. Strong, what's up, dude? I appreciate that, my man. It is spacey. And we're not talking about Kevin. So we still have a long way to go. We're about 75% on the studio thus far. So I appreciate that, Ken Strong. Mr. Armstrong, it is good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. And is that, what is that emote? That looks like some buttocks, Mr. Armstrong. So, folks, we still have some walls to paint here. And some stuff I still need to put up in the background that you see like right in front of you, that wall back there. I think we're going to do something with that also. I have some sound paneling we need to put back there. Oh, hell yeah. It is what I thought it was, Mr. Strong. Thank you. Excuse me. All right, legends. Last base pack magic for Mr. Carter. And we have his aunt, thrice removed. For Dylan Carter, we have Sharon Carter. I love it. There you go, buddy. Exodus. Miles Morales on the premium insert. There you go, brother. Would you just look at it? That is beautiful. How about Doctor Strange on the sticker? Null. Captain America. Magic. The #1 issue of Captain America Cold War. Misery to $4.99. And we are not talking about Kathy Bates. You got some Venom. Wreck Rap. Joseph. The Sinister Six Mystique. The Emissary on your black and white canvas. Abigail Brand. Omen. How about Wagnerine on the Sinister Sins? Adam Warlock, there we go, on the black and white canvas parallel. Beautiful. Excited to see him in the MCU at some point. The Chasm, Mr. Sinister of the Sinister Six, Cyclops, Spider-Man on the dark web, Kid Omega to $4.99. That's a nice one. Sleeving that one up for you, Dylon. As well as your Misery. Ken Armstrong, I appreciate you so much, buddy. There is so much emoji twerking going on in my chat right now. Gotta love it. All right, we have Thor and the Moon Knight. Finishing that one off for you. Dylan Carter, we are down to your last 3 packs, buddy. Dylan Carter, you want me to sleeve the Dark Web Spider-Man? It is in the sleeve pile, my dude. Of course. My pleasure. So, Dylan Carter, just a heads up, buddy. You actually have a lot of cards that are also going to be sleeved, just to let you know. So you do have an entire sleeve pile over here, my friend. So sometimes, folks, if you do not see me sleeve your card, that does not mean it will not be sleeved. I just want you to know. All right. Last 3 packs for you, Dylon. Best of luck to you, my dear friend, and I cannot thank you enough for tearing that down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving the entire family some eye candy this morning. I freaking love it. And I am so with you, Mikey, too. They did a wonderful job on the Moon Knight series. I am right there with you. All right, Dylon. Last 3 packs here, buddy. Little cuffing, no big deal. All right. We start off with some Sage. Miles Morales, so nice. We have seen him twice. The Jackpot Star Rookie. It's a lady. How about Cyclops on your premium insert? Domino. Destiny. The Scarlet Scarab. Mr. Dr. Stasis, who is from the Sinister Six. You got Forge. Shout out to Cable on the dark web. And that is number 225. Wow. I knew that one was different, That is a black dark web. There you go, brother. And that one is 23 out of 25. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of dark on the back. But right there on the bottom. There you go, brother. Congratulations, Dylan Carter. Hell yeah. All right. Gotta love pack number 4 is my man. Vox Ignis. Mother Righteous. Wilson Fisk. How about Madam Brock on the Summer of Symbiotes? Another dark web. And that one is also numbered. Numbered to 299. That is beautiful. That is 4th on print to 299. If that is not meant to be, my brother, I don't know what is. Congratulations, Dylon. Another one. Gotta love those pack number 4s, my dude. Hell yeah. Dylan Carter, I did not think it was possible to have another box almost as good as the last one, but you just made that happen, buddy. Congratulations, Dylan Carter. Another beautiful box of Marvel Annual in the books. Last but not least, you have Scythia finishing off the entire box for you. Whew! Congratulations, Dylan Carter. You have some absolutely breathtaking cards up here, buddy. That numbered to 25 on the Forge, numbered to 299 on the Chasm, 699 Clea Strange, whole bunch of 499s. I freaking love it. And I cannot thank you enough for letting us rip into some Marvel this morning, big man. Those will all be top-loaded for you as well, the numbered ones. Just so you know there, Dylon. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. And then we're going to refresh that shop one more time. Dylan Carter, name the 5 best junkers. Dylon, 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 and Dylon. Because I rip hot fire. You are damn right. Mikey, I am refreshing that shop right now, big man. Beautiful. Oh, yes, I do. And Gabriel Bruno. I see you, Gabriel. Taking down 5 packs of 1988 Donruss. One moment. There you go, Gabriel. 5 packs of 1988 Donruss. I see you, Ernie Larson. Get out of my head. His box was on fire. His cards were on fire. All right, Gabriel Bruno, you are in the queue there, good sir. Let me put your name on those little bad boys. Ernie Larson, get out of my head. There you go, Gabriel. And next, Mr. Mikey 2, taking down 4 more packs of 1989 Donruss for Mr. Kirk Noah. I am showing 2 packs left on the 1989 Donruss. Thank you again, Mikey 2, for paying that one forward. I appreciate you. All right, next, we have Trigger Trevor Bostwick. Uh-oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a little bit of an issue here. I'm going to have to refund somebody. So we oversold the 1989 Donruss, my friends. I thought I'd be able to get in there and change those counts before somebody did that, but that did not happen. So I sincerely apologize, folks. A lot of you remember I made myself a note at the beginning of the show to take down those packs. I did not do that during the show, and somebody bought them. So I am so sorry. Trigger Trevor Bostwick, I'm going to need to refund 2 of those packs for you, big man. I sincerely apologize there, brother. I'm going to do that right now. Big Earn, I will refresh that shop in just a moment, big man. Thank you. Uncle Smitty, give him an 88. Well, I think they're looking for Ken Griffey Jr., buddy. So it's not the same. I wish it was. Trust me, I wish it was. But I think they're doing this for Kirk Noah. So they're buying all these packs for Kirk Noah because we're trying to find that Ken Griffey Jr. rated rookie. And I am so stoked to do it. Trigger Trev, that is very, very kind of you, my man. But I don't feel right about that. If you bought something and you did not get it, that makes me feel some type of way. Mikey. Yes, you're absolutely right. So I don't know if Kirk Noah is still here. He might be. Kirk Noah, if you're still here, let me know, the big man. There's Kirk Noah. He is still here. Beautiful. Okie dokie. So, these are the last 2 packs of 1989 Donruss. There you go, legends. Give me just a moment here, my friends. I want to make sure that that is sold out so nobody else could buy more 89 Donruss. I don't want to have to refund again. I hate doing that. Full disclosure. Okay, good. We are out of stock. Good, good, good. So we're going to go ahead and take that one down. Beautiful. All right. Thank you for bearing with me there, my friends. I appreciate that so much. Oh, Mikey, too, you were absolutely right, buddy. I would love that. Uncle Smitty, Griffey is an 88, too? Griffey, thank you. Yes, Griffey Sr. is at 88. You are correct, my man. You were absolutely right. Okie dokie. So, folks, we will get into that break eventually, but we keep having family rips, so I got to keep going with the family rips, so I sincerely appreciate you all bearing with me. Thank you so much. All right. Gabriel, no, excuse me. I am so sorry. Kirk Noah. We're going to rip through the last 6 packs of 1988 Donruss. And then Gabriel Bruno, you have some packs of 1988 Donruss that we will bust into as well. It is all good. Oh, Mikey, too. There is never any apology necessary, good buddy. I appreciate you. I am always happy to rip into some 1989 Donruss. You already know. All right, we have Tracy Jones, Macklemore, Mr. Fernandez, the brave little Oster, Jack Clark, shout out to Jeffro, Phil Bradley, Island, Mr. Blauser, the GOAT for the Braves, Brooke Jacoby with all of the eye black, Langston for our Mariners, Chris Carpenter on your rated rookie, Jeff Leonard, another Seattle Mariner, Glennon Hubbard, Alan Ashby, and Kent, always smoking that herb. Eck. Oh, Kent Urbeck. Beautiful. Ernie Larson says, you can save my golf box for tonight if you choose to, my brother. I'm happy to do that. You betcha. All right, we have Old Man Spawn on the puzzle. Mr. Greg Harris. Jody Reed for our Boston brethren. Mr. and Mrs. Flannery's boy. How about the oil can? Van Wilder Snyder. The Cro-Magnon man, Mikey Marshall. Hetzel Pretzel. Folks, if you can't kip her, and you can't nep her, and you can't sell her, and you can't walk her, and you can't widen her, and you know damn well you can't Stottlemyre, and no matter how many times you ask politely, she will not let you glebe her in the Torres, you can always just nip her with old Al Nipper. Jose Bautista. De Los Santos. Todd Worrell with a very cold upper lip. The Commander, Carlton Fisk. Ken Caminiti. That is Cam Caminiti's cousin. Sweet Lou Whitaker. And Mr. Anderson, last but not least. All right, moving on. That is true, Trevor Taylor. We do have a lunch wax today. You're absolutely right. Worst case scenario, we'll bust into the break then. No biggie. All right, we have Old Man Spawn on the puzzle. Fred Manrique with his BCGs. The mellow of baseball. How about the strong mustache Kentucky waterfall combo of Mr. Dennis Eckersley? O'Doyle Rules. Tom Prince. Schiraldi. Andres Thomas. How about some Rock Reigns channeling his inner Eazy-E? Rolling down the street in my 6-4. Jamie Moyer. Steinbach. Mikey Jackson. Mikey Witt, back-to-back Mikeys. Shout out to our Mikeys. David Cohn, New York legend. The unusually white teeth of Gerald Perry. And Danny Tartabull, another Seattle Mariner, finishing that one off. Oh, very nice, Jeff Hansen. You just got telephone poles for your backyard movie theater. That's cool. I would love to see some photos of that when that's done, big man. We're down to 3 packs left here, Kirk Noah. And Gabriel Bruno, are you here this morning, you legend? All right, we have Old Man Spawn. Deer in Headlights for Milwaukee. Lemke. The Karate Kid laying down the bunt, Mitch Webster. Donnie Robinson. Jose Canseco. My PC since I was about 7 years old. How about Bobby Bonilla Day? Bannister. Trillo. Santoinia. Frank Williams. Brennan. Incaviglia. Darryl Strawberry on the MVP. My name is Tom Foley, and I'm a motivational speaker. And last but not least, you got some Mackie Sasser, finishing that one off for the Mets. Mackie and the Mets. Mackie and the Mets. All right, brother. Penultimate. Let's go. Come on, kid. Old Man Spawn. Felix Fermin. I think he has a son in the MLB right now. Frank White. Ozzie Virgil. Creeper Candiotti. Shout out to the talented Mr. Shipley. Dennis Cook. Ron Hassey. Charlie Princess Leia. How about our Diamond Kings checklist? Sandy Alomar Jr. on the rated rookie. Not too shabby. O'Doyle Rules, Stillwell, Tom Glavine, Upshaw, Lacasse, and one of the worst names for a pitcher, in my humble opinion, old Eric Plunk. Plunked him. Beautiful. Brian Smith says, so does that desk give you the option to sit and open stuff, or is it standing only? It is both. So I can definitely sit down as well, but if I'm being really honest with you, I like standing. A lot better. When I have to sit like that all the time, it kind of affects my back. So, super stoked to be able to stand. But if I wanted to sit, we can go like this. Boom. We could sit just like this if we were so inclined. Pretty cool, right? Let's open our very first pack sitting down here in the new studio. Matter of fact. All right, good luck, Mr. Kirk Noah. We start off with Old Man Spawn. How about perennial all-star pitcher, Mr. Frank Viola? Checklist on the Diamond Kings. Funky Cold Medina on the rated rookie. Old Chad Kruder. Question, my friends. If this guy hooks back up with an old girlfriend, did she get recruited? Chad Kruder. The Commander. Mickey Brantley. Rasmussen. Shout out to Justin Rasmussen. Mikey Davis. Jose Rijo. Tim Cruz. Scott Medvin. Willie Wilson. Lloyd Moseby. Tony Armas, and last but not least, my brother, you got some Mark Grace. We got skunked in that entire box, my dear friends. There is no Ken Griffey Jr.'s in the whole box. Boo. That is so sad. I am so sorry there, gentlemen. Gosh dang it. Happens to the best of us. And let's bring this back up. Shall we? There we go. All right. I am going to sleeve up that Sandy Alomar for you. And you know what, Kirk Noah? As I always say, buddy, you know the cards are cool. We love them. But it's more about the camaraderie and the family and the community that we have here. And I think especially you, Mikey 2, and the Hammer, Jeff Hansen, just paid that forward in spades. So I cannot thank you enough for leading by example, my friends. Very, very cool. I see you, Jeffro. My man. Earn is some... Uh-oh. Are people glitching? Is there anybody else glitching? I hope not. All right, Kirkimus, those are in your pile, big man. Gabriel Bruno. It's Bruno. Are you ready, buddy? Thank you so much, Trevor Taylor. I appreciate it. Mr. Behrman Jr. rolling up in here this morning. Good to see you, Jeff. I have a couple of boxes over here for you, buddy. Or a couple of stuffs, anyway. We have a Mosaic Blaster and 4 Topps Update Chrome packs for you. But we will do those right after Gabriel Bruno in his 1988 Donruss. Let's see if we can't find you some Mark Grace there, Mr. Bruno. That's right, Kirk Noah. They're a tough pull, right? I'm with you. So we're going to rip all these down for you together, Gabriel, and we will go through them all together. As always, my dear friends, I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for being here with me on this fantastic FriYAY morning. Big hugs, firm handshakes all around. I love it, Jeff Hansen. Thank you. And shout out to the Wolverine that followed us over here on Twitch. It is nice to have you, my friend. Good morning. And speaking of all the stuff happening over there on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's our pack number 4. We're going to save that one for last. Just so you know, there is some brand new slabs in our Junkwax Vintage Hitboxes. Some of you saw them yesterday. All right, here we go. Uncle Smitty, there was no Sheffield rookies either. Yeah, we got skunked twice. All right, here we go. Stan the man. Juan and Emilian Nieves. Eric Bell. Dotson. And we're not talking about a little yellow pickup truck. How about Jack Clark? That is Jeffro's PC. John Franco. Icorn. Reardon. Mikey Morgan. Mikey Campbell. Back-to-back Mikey Mariners. Little rated rookie on the Mike Campbell. Jody Davis. Fernandez. Perennial all-star pitcher, Mr. Chris Bosio. Crew Cow, commentator extraordinaire, old Bob Kipper, looking like he stepped out behind the dugout for a little puffy before picture day. Where in the world is Benito Santiago? Stan the man on the puzzle. Mickey Brantley. The rock star, Mr. Jack McDowell. Brumley, stroking some lumber. Candelaria. MVP Paul Molitor. There you go, Jeff Hansen. Shout out to our Brewers brothers. Harry Spillman. Jim has got to grow a mustache. Randy Byers. Tom Newell. Cal Ripken Jr. There's a little MVP for you. Shout out to Uncle Moosey and the Baltimore Orioles. Terry Leach. Will the Thrill on your Diamond Kings. Fernandez on the Diamond Kings, back-to-back Diamond Kings. Don August. Jose Table. Another Stan the Man. David Palmer. Stillwell. Randy is always ready for San Diego. Gabriel Bruno says, give him that Clark for his PC. I am stoked to do that, Gabriel Bruno. I cannot thank you enough for paying that forward to Jeffro. Speaking of Jeffro and our St. Lunatics, how about the legend Ozzie Smith? Glendon Wilson. Billy Hatcher. The Commander Carlton Fisk. Stanley. Downing. The Karate Kid. There we go. How about a Mark McGuire before he got super juicy? Big Joe Cotta. Willie Wilson. Welch's Grape Juice. Hurst. Stan the Man on the puzzle. Kevin Seitzer and his orchestra. Brett Bunt Butler. Pedro Guerrero. Aw, Ricky Henderson for the pinstripes. Ricky gone. Kirk Noah Gibson. Shout out to Kirk. The 50 cal Marty Barrett. Rob Deere. A Lance in the streets, but a Larry in the sheets.
Giggity, giggity.
A little AVS. Randy Bush. Willie Upshaw. Lee Gutterman. We have a personalized card to the Junk Wax Vintage Card Club from this gentleman right here. Kind of cool. Shout out to Brooksy. How about the Hawk, Andre Dawson? Take Robbie Thompson. Take my best friend, Bo. How about Robbie Thompson? Made famous by Mr. Tim McGraw, laying down the bunt. And Mikey Diaz, last but not least for your Pirates. Excellent. You know we got to sleeve up the Ricky. Oh, pretty Ricky. Mikey 2, 1988 cards with Kirk Gibson on the Tigers. Yes, I guess so. Mm-hmm. Sleeve up your Cal Ripken as well. Where did that go? Goodness gracious. Where's Kirk Gibson? Ah, there he is. Yep. He was for the Tigers there, big man, in 1988. Yep. From 83 to 88, he was with the Tigers. Correct. I think he might have been traded around that time to your Trolley Dodgers. All right, Mr. Ricky on the stand. We are also going to sleeve up your Cal Ripken Jr., another legend. There you go, buddy. All right.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic for you, Gabriel. Let's do it. See if we can't find you a Mark Grace in here. That would be sweet. How about Mr. Steal Yo Girl, Zane Smith for the Braves? Make that 2 Mr. Steal Yo Girls in a row with old Ronnie Robinson. Rough and stuff with his afro puff, Bruce Ruffin. Teddy Ruffin. How about the GOAT, Mr. Tony Gwynn? Alan Ashby. And you know what? When you find a GOAT, GOAT's got to go up there on the stand. Greg Walker. Lance Johnson on the rated rookie for our St. Lunatics. Shout out to Jeffro and Mr. Willard.
Ooh, yeah.
Mr. Macho Danny Savage, it is wonderful to see you this morning, my brother.
Ooh, yeah.
Making my morning over there, big man. Thank you. Mitch Williams. Lazorko. Mikey Fitzgerald. Steinbach. Lee Brandt. Julio Franco. Mariano Duncan. Wayne Tollison. And last but not least for the Tigres, you got some Matty Noakes there, my friend. As always, Gabriel Bruno, I cannot thank you enough for snagging those down from junkwaxvintage.com. I absolutely love ripping into those cards. And I cannot thank you enough for making that possible this morning, Gabriel. You rock my face off. Hey, yo. What's up, Macho Danny Savage? Wonderful to see you, Mr. Maloney. Oh, that is beautiful, Mikey, too. I'm excited for you, buddy. And I respect you being a good sport and wearing a Padres jersey for your boy. To be in solidarity. That's how it should go. All right. Jeffro, you got a little Jack Clark to your PC. Thank you, Gabriel Bruno, for paying that forward to the family. That is your second gifted card of the morning, Jeffro. We love you. And I'm going to sleeve up your GOAT with your Ricky and your Cal. And those are going in your pile there, Gabriel Bruno. Thank you as always, buddy. Alrighty. Let's get right back to it, shall we? Hey, you are so welcome. Dallas, good morning, brother. How are you? Always good to see you, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am refreshing the shop real quick just to make sure Uncle Junk Wax is not missing anything here. And it does not look like I am. So, Ernie, I do see your golf box, buddy. Let's do it. So I think we should bust into his golf box. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:21 a.m. here in Austin, Texas. Remember, folks, we do have a lunch wax today. So I think we're going to need to bust into the family break during lunch wax. Ah, there you go, Jeffro. I hope it is, my man. Thank you so much, Big Ernie Larson. If you folks would allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And oh, by the way, do we have a Behrman Jr. still here this morning? Jeff Behrman Jr. We have got your Mosaic and 4 packs of Topps Chrome Update to get into as well. So, if Mr. Behrman Jr. is here, we're going to bust into his first. Ah, you are here, but you have to go back to work soon. Do you think we have time to bust through this box of these packs? Or should we wait until a little bit later, Jeff? Completely up to you, buddy. Ah, roger that, Jeffro. I appreciate you letting me know, buddy. No big deal. Happens to the best of us. All right, we do have time to rip. All right, so Mr. Ernie Larson, we will bust into your golf next. But Mr. Behrman Jr., let's knock this little bad boy out, shall we? Best of luck to you, my friend. And thank you as always. When I saw you make this purchase at dark 30 this morning, put a huge smile on my face, and I cannot thank you enough, buddy. Good luck. Out of our sealed case of 2024 Mosaic Football. Let's see if we can't find you something beautiful. Hey, you and I both, buddy. Mikey, too, says there is 21 spots left in the brand new football encore that's up there. Excellent. All right, pack number 4 to the side. Let's do it. Thank you, Senor Ruiz. Thank you, Uncle Smitty. That would be sick. So we're going to open these all up because I know you're in a little bit of a hurry, Mr. Behrman. So we will go through these quickly and efficiently, my friend. And Mikey and Jeff Hansen, I sincerely appreciate the bits over there on Twitch, you legends. Thank you. That does not go unnoticed. Trevor Taylor, I think we're going to end up doing the Heritage Family Break during lunch wax. I think that's going to be the move. Thank you, Jeff Hansen. You were right. All right, we have Aiden O'Connell getting us started. National Pride, Kyron Williams. Those are kind of hard to see. Hall of Fame, Barry Sanders. Kirk Kissing Cousins. Brian Thomas Jr. How about National Pride, Tyreek Hill on your prism? Beautiful. Jeffrey Jordan Simmons. Dexter. Cortland Sutton for the Horsies. Shout out to the Kunikos. Javon Baker. NFL debut, why not Ben Sinnott? And that had me excited for a moment. I thought that was a Jaden Daniels. Pretty one, though. How about Dijon Bijan on your notoriety? Shout out to Grey Poupon. How about a PSA 10 kid reporter? Brees Hall. Stafford. Legarius Sneed, our favorite supervillain. Curtis Samuel. Jaden Reed. Graham Barton. Looking like he's standing at attention. On the prism. National Pride, A.J. Brown for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Yay. Josh Allen on the National Pride. Shout out to Melody. Josh Downs, back-to-back Joshes. Jerry Jeudy. Jamari Thrash. Ed Oliver, another Buffalo Bill. Marquise Brown, not Marquise Brown. Brian Burns. Donald Driver. Kyle Pitts. Xavier Woods, and last but not least, a little JSN on the Elevate. That is my son's PC for the Seahawks. Beautiful. All right, we have one last pack here for you, Mr. Behrman Jr. Good luck, buddy. And then we're getting into your baseball. All right, we have DeMario Douglas for the Patriots. Mr. John Taylor. Mark Brunell. DJ Moore. Jalen Polk, rookie. And last but not least, Jalen Dalen Hurts on the Epic Performers. There you go, Mr. Behrman. Mr. Behrman Jr., you want me to give that JSN to my son? You ain't got to tell me twice there, brother. Thank you so very much. That is amazingly kind of you. And I know that he will appreciate that very, very much. Sincerely appreciate you, big man. And all right, Mr. Hoonier, we are going to sleeve up your Sonat. Why not Sonat? All right, Mr. Behrman. Macho Danny Savage. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. We are slowly but surely getting settled in here. We still have a lot of stuff to do, though. We still got a whole bunch of stuff back at the last place, and we still have a lot to do in this studio also. So just a heads up, that wall will eventually be blue, and you're going to see some stuff up here on this wall, too. We have a whole basket system coming that's going to replace the boxes. Just a heads up, ladies and gentlemen. We are replacing the family boxes. So a lot of you know I have 6 3,000 count card boxes, and there's over 500 index cards with members of this family in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch those out for this basket system that we're going to have right here. It's going to be a lot more efficient. It's going to be better for your cards too. So stoked for that. Excuse me. Let me snag myself a little sippy here, my friends. Cheers. That's right, Jeff Rowe. That's right. So we have finally overflowed the boxes, my dear friends. We have too many people. I mean that in the best of ways. So a lot of you know, I started this 4 years ago from a closet, and I had no idea, literally I had no idea that it would grow into what we have today. There was a couple of people that told me that something like this might happen. I just didn't believe them, to be honest with you. So, yeah, we are always improving. We're always upping the value of this channel. So, Macho Danny Savage, you are absolutely right, brother. I could not agree more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very nice, Trevor Taylor. There you go, buddy. Beautiful. All right, Mr. Behrman Hoonier. Best of luck to you, my dude. Last 4 packs. Mr. Behrman, what do you do for work, if I may ask? And you know what? I haven't done that in a while. If everybody wants to put what they do for a living, if you feel comfortable doing that, I am always fascinated to know what you all do for a living. And I think it helps to have us get to know each other a little better. All right. Your pack number 4 is off to the side. Best of luck to you, buddy. We have Jacob Stallings getting us started for Bienvenidos a Miami. The Villar of his community with Beardy Blackman co-starring Jonathan Villar. Shohei Ohtani on the refractor. Little all-star game refractor for you there. Beautiful. Hassely on your purple refractor. A decent Odor. Tyler Nyquil. Chris Bryant for the Rockies. Shout out to Brian Smith and Jonesy. How about Logan Webb on your purple refractor? Shout out to Rob Richardson and the Gigantes. The not-so-dirty Sanchez for Minnesota. Gio Urshela back-to-back Twinkies. Rafael Devers for the Bo Sox on your Generation Now refractor. The man, the myth, the pool hose. Beautiful. Another purple refractor for you there, big man. Alrighty. We are down to 1 pack left, Jeff Behrman Jr.
1 down, 1 to go.
Good luck. And we start with some Fetty Wap. Dallas, that is Ken Griffey Jr. on that spinning card up there, buddy. That is a PSA 10 1994 Flair Hot Glove. Die cut. UC Kikuchi. It is not hashtag JWAD yet, my friends. Spencer Torkelson, rookie for the Tigers. And last but not least, a Seattle Mariner, Sergio Romo on your purple refractor. There you go, Mr. Behrman Hoonier. I appreciate you so much grabbing all of those packs and a beautiful box down from junkwaxvintage.com. I love ripping for you and your daddy. Shout out to the bodacious Behrmans. You know, when you find the Ohtani-san, you sleeve the Ohtani-san. And all of your purple refractors. Alrighty. If you would allow me just a moment here, my friends, to put these in Mr. Behrman Hoonier's pile. And we are good to go. All right, legends. Let's see what we have here. Brandon Franz. Good morning, you legend. I love it. Shout out to Johnny Utah. Robert Parkinson. Very nice. I have worked with a lot of armored couriers in my day. I used to work for a bank. Trevor Taylor, I see ya. Jeffro, beautiful. Uncle Smitty, you're an oil field lease operator. That's right. He's an oil man. Mr. Behrman Jr., you work at the Amazon warehouse and you go to college for HVAC. Smart. Muy inteligente. I like it. And I respect the hustle. Good job, Mr. Behrman Jr. Keep up the good work, buddy. Senor Ruiz, you're a media director. You put those ads up during the Super Bowl, March Madness, World Series, etc. for your clients. That is really cool, Oscar. I had no idea you did that, buddy. Neat. Maybe someday you'll be putting our show somewhere. I love it. Mr. Hanson, general contractor, and you build dope stuff. I agree. Mikey, you work for JWV starting the... You do so much more than that behind the scenes, you silly goose. Oh, yes it is, Senor Ruiz. Especially when it's not yours, right? Beautiful. All right, folks. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Like I've said before, I always just want to get to know everybody here. I think the coolest part of this family growing slowly but surely is it gives me the opportunity to get to know everybody as they come in, right? So, devil's advocate, if all of a sudden we got like 1,000 people in one day, obviously I would be grateful for the growth, but that's tough, right? I can't get to know 1,000 people in one day. So I think everything happens for a reason, my friend. And this whole family, this whole community growing by like 5 people per week is perfect. I love it. And as you all know, we are here for the long haul, folks. We're going to be doing this 10 years from now. So I have zero concern about how many people are watching ever. All my OGs know I don't even pay attention to the viewer count. So you all know how many people are watching. I do not. Because you're going to get the same show whether there is 3 people or 3,000 people in here. Mr. Behrman Jr., you are so welcome, buddy, and thank you for getting the morning started right. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, my dude. And I hope Dad's okay. We haven't seen Dad in a while. We miss Dad. But I know he was just on vacation recently as well. Mr. Macho Danny Savage says, I'm always amazed you can remember everybody's name. I do my damnedest. Thank you. It's because I care. You know, I think of you all as my friends, not customers. Mr. Kenyon, it is the vibes, not the views. That is correct. You are spot on, buddy. Mr. Mesco, you're a supervisor for a company that provides wearable defibrillators to patients. That is a vitally important job, good sir. Goodness gracious. Mr. Baron Jr. Good. That makes me happy. And I am so ridiculously excited to meet both of you in person. We're going to have so much fun at the National. Gosh, I'm excited. Mr. Captain, welcome back, my dude. You're a system admin for a county government. Nice. The old SysOp. Shout out to bulletin board systems from the 90s. So, folks, this is going to be an extremely obscure, but you guys always get my extremely obscure references. Is there anybody out there that used bulletin board systems back in the early 2000s? Late 90s, early 2000s. BBSs. If you know what that is, give me a hell yeah in the chat, please. Mr. Hanson, can't wait for the cookout at Nationals? Oh, buddy, we're going to have to figure something out like that. Mr. Schmitty, you're a director of technology, leading programming, development, and IT teams. Nice, brother. Very cool. That's a very important job as well. Dallas, we're going to open some live golf here in just a moment, buddy. Thank you, Oscar Ruiz. Thank you, Robert Parkinson. So there is a very obscure bulletin board system game back in the late 90s, early 2000s that was called Legend of the Red Dragon. They called it Lord. And I played the hell out of that game. I was a giant dork. Still am, for that matter. But Legend of the Red Dragon was a epic bulletin board game. And I haven't thought about that in probably 20 years. But when we started talking about sysops and BBSs, made me think of that. Yes, there you go, Mikey. Yep, exactly right there, brother. I dropped out at the BBS stage. I never saw Usenet or then IRC, for that matter. All right, Ernie Larson, let's get into some golf, big man. If I can find it.
Oh my gosh. Aha.
Mrs. Junkwax hid that one from me. But I found it. Good, good, good. Ah, there you go, Robert Parkinson. Beautiful. Ah, yes, Johnny Mesco. Yes, I imagine. I imagine there's probably some rules in there, right? I love it so much. There you go, Macho Danny Savage. Gotta love some MVP baseball. Big Ernie Larson. Oh, dude. Shout out to the old Apple IIs. Control, open Apple, delete. Shout out to the Oregon Trail. I would always try to ford the river with way too heavy of a wagon. I would do that intentionally and kill my whole party. I'm such a dork. All right, folks. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolutely magnificent last 3 hours together almost, 2 hours and 7 minutes. So it is 10:37 here in Austin, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have just a few minutes left in this morning's show. Your boy has got to go mow on some delicious Red's breakfast burritos, but you already know, you legends, I will be back here this afternoon, our very first lunch wax here in this new studio. So I sincerely hope that I get to see all of you then, but let's get into our possibly last box of the morning. Mr. Macho Danny Savage, if you're taking off this morning, my brother, have a magnificent remainder of your FriYAY, and I hope to see you back here for lunch wax in about 3 hours. And then you already know we have a fantastic FriYAY Night Lights show planned for you at 7:30 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time. All right, 1, 2, 3, pack number 4 to the side. Shout out to my cousin, Mr. Brandon Daigle, who is also a golf fan. Ah, Kevin O'Brien. Yes, I completely understand. There's some privacy issues there as well. But I appreciate you at least giving us the basic info there, buddy. Always fascinated to know what you all do for a living. I think that's pretty damn cool. Okay, good luck, Ernie Larson. Hey, what's up, Berkey? Good to see you, James. Well, you are more than welcome to snag yourself a spot there, buddy. I think there are some spots still available, James Berkey. We're just going to rip all these together. Mr. Larson, little cuffing, no big deal. This is our very first blaster box of Panini Live Golf, by the way. We have ripped into 2 hobby boxes of this product, but this is our very first blaster. And we start with a captain, Mr. Cameron Smith. Adrian Maronk, rookie. Your statistical leaders, Sergio Garcia. Oh, hell yeah. How about a Schmeckel Phil Mickelson? That is beautiful. Not numbered, but very pretty. Brendan Steely Dan. How about the Rippers? That is Lucas Herbert, Matt Jones, Mark Leishman, and Cameron Smith on the team. How about Richard Bland? Phil Mickelson, so nice you got him twice on the Aces. Parallel. Kale Samuja, rookie. Matt Jones, rookie. We have another team. John Rahm, Tyrell Hatton, Caleb Surratt, and Kieran Vincent for the Legion. Ooh, we got a prism. How about the Stingers? Statistical leaders. Cameron Smith, John Rahm on the Legion. Shout out to Brandon Daigle. We found him a numbered Rahm. How about your aces? Dustin Johnson, Pat Perez, Patrick Reed, and Harold Varner. Oh, well, hello. I think that is a kaleidoscope Luis Oosthuizen. Those are cool. I bet they're really pretty in the prism variety. We have Scotty Too Hottie Vincent for the Ironheads. John Rahm, so nice. We have seen him thrice. Luis Oosthuizen. And last but not least, Graham McDowell on a purple Schmeckel. There you go, buddy. We know you are Trevor Taylor. I love it. I am sleeving up your second purple Schmeckel to go with your Mickelson. There you go, buddy.
One down, one to go.
Oosthuizen. Thank you, Jeffro. Oosthuizen. Oothsweezen. I like Sweezen better. Mikey, too, says, Dalen, I believe one of the spots I took in Encore was spot 32. You can give that one to James Berkey. That is very, very nice of you, Mikey. Thank you so, so much. We all know that James Berkey wanted to get into that break, and that is very kind of you paying that one forward. I appreciate it, Mikey, too. Thank you, buddy. All right, James Berkey. Looks like you got a spot in the break, buddy. That is very, very kind of you, Mikey, too, and I appreciate it so much, brother. All right, spot number 32 is going to go to James Berkey. There you go. Done deal. Thank you as always, Mikey, too. I appreciate you paying that one forward to the family. All right, we have one pack left for Big Ernie Larson. Let's go, brother. And we start off with a Puig rookie. Martin Kamer on the captains. Mark Leishman, rookie for the Rippers. And last but not least, you got another Schmeckel. Gosh, those are pretty. And that is Carlos Ortiz. And that is numbered to 299. Gotta love those pack number 4s. There you go, Ernie Larson. $55th on print to $299 on the Ortiz. And that one gets a top loader there for you, Ern. And is it me, my friends, or are those Junkwax vintage top loaders just sharp? Shameless plug. All right, well, there you go, Ernie. As always, my good man, I cannot thank you enough for snagging that down from junkwaxvintage.com and letting these hands rip it for you. That's true, James Berkey. I will not let you rob a bank. I like you being free. I think you like that too. All righty. Thank you again, Ernie Larson. I am putting all these beautiful cards into your pile, big man. I just need to put your name on them. Ernie Larson says, give those... What? Seriously? You want me to give all of those cards to Brandon Daigle? If you insist, I will absolutely do so, brother. My pleasure. So instead of writing Ernie Larson, I'm going to write Brandon Daigle. And I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for just being amazing. Thank you, Ernie Larson, you big sweetie. And I know Mr. Brandon Daigle will love that also. He is our resident golf fanatic here in the family. Hit me in the feels over here this morning, Ernie Larson. Thank you. And Mikey, too, as well. So as I have said before, my dear friends, cards are cool. We love them. It's what brings us together on a daily basis. But in my humble opinion, the best part of this hobby, my friends, is the people that you meet, the experiences that you have, and what you take away from those that make you a better person moving forward. And Mikey, too, and Ernie Larson, and Jeff Hansen, all of you that have gifted things this morning, my friends, I cannot thank you enough. You are literally what makes this channel and this community so great. Sincerely appreciate you, my friends. It's Danny. Good morning, Senor Rendon, my Colorado cousin. Good to see you. Yes, we have Trevor Taylor. It has been a very altruistic, fantastic FriYAY morning, in my humble opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to refresh that shop real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. And it is about time for yours truly to go demolish a couple of Red's breakfast burritos. But first, we need to lock in some break spots. So, Mr. Mikey 2, I see him now, taking down 4 spots in our second hobby box of Panini Encore Football. And I will write you right here. So we have number 12. We have number 32 went to James Berkey. We have number 3 and 24. There you go, good buddy. Got you locked in there, my dude. Thank you, as always, Mikey, too. Sincerely appreciate you getting us a little closer on our second hobby box of that product. So, folks, that one is only $10 a spot. That is like cheaper than lunch. And remember, I think we're looking at one guaranteed autograph in there and a whole bunch of numbered cards. Our very first box was fantastic. Cannot hardly wait to see what we find in the second one. Very, very cool. And I'll be always transparent with you, folks. It's not very often that we find football boxes that we can do at this price. So I am even more excited to bust into some more Encore. Danny Rendon, the studio is treating us right, my friend. Full disclosure, we still have quite a bit of work to do. We're at about 75% right now on that stuff, and we still have a house that is full of boxes and whatnot. So I will be doing that today. And then, my friends, I will be back here at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, about 3 hours from right now, because we get to do it all over again for our very first lunch wax here in this new studio. So from the bottom of my heart, my friends, as always, I sincerely hope that I get to see you back here in just a little bit. Mangoes, what's up, buddy? Did the basketball tube? Yes, it did. We broke that last night. Yep. And the select, we did not. Oh, no, yes, we did. I'm so sorry. We did that late last night. I apologize. So we did both of those mangoes. We actually did them last night, buddy. So if you want to go back and watch that replay, you are more than welcome to do so. And keep in mind, you can find those replays on Kick, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You have 4 options regarding replays. Why, thank you, Steve Doctor. I sincerely appreciate that, my brother. And Danny Rendon, you are spot on, buddy. That is the challenge that Mrs. Junkwax and I are having right now, is we just don't know where everything is. So we are frantically going through boxes whenever we need something. You hit that one right on the head. Steve Doctor, a marvelous Minnesotan and another OG of this family. It is wonderful to see you this morning, Steve, and that means a lot coming from you, buddy, because you have seen almost every single iteration of this channel. So thank you, brother. We still have a long way to go. So you will see the wall behind back here. That's going to be different. That wall right there is going to be different. I'll show you. That wall right there. That's all going to be painted. You're going to see some stuff probably hanging on that wall back there, maybe. We shall see. So still a lot of stuff to do. Hey, Mikey, too. Have a magnificent remainder of your FriYAY, buddy. I hope to see you back here in about 3 hours. If we do not see you for lunch wax, always 1,000% okay. I know that life comes first, but you already know, my man. We will be back here tonight. Same junk time, same junk channel. 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a fantastic FriYAY Night Lights ahead of us, and I hope you will be here with me. That's right, Trevor Taylor. Thank you. You silly goose. I love you all so damn much. All right, I think we're current up there in the shop, legends. And I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for another fantastic FriYAY morning here in the front yard. And bearing with me through building this new house, a new studio, and whatnot. Thank you so much, Ernie Larson. I appreciate that. So I actually need to turn that down just a little bit so it's not as blurry back there, so you'll actually be able to read it. I know, Trevor Taylor, you silly goose. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Excuse me. All right, everybody. Well, it is time for yours truly to go demolish a couple of Red's breakfast burritos, but I am going to hit you a little outro. So enjoy the outro, ladies and gentlemen. Big hugs, firm handshakes all around. I cannot thank you enough for a fantastic FriYAY morning, and let's do it all over again in about 3 hours. Shall we? Danny Rendon, that's a great question, buddy. Great question. Jeffro, I hope to see you this evening as well, my dude. And we will see you all this evening. Smoochies. We're going to do a different one.
Out in the fields where the stories are spun, the legends of junk wax, every single one. Timbo's laugh rolls like a warm southern breeze. Cutico's tales bring time to its knees. Moosey and Morgie on the back porch porch swing, singing the songs only memories bring. Trigger Trev's footsteps, steady and slow. With Jeffro beside him, they know where to go.
Nowhere to go.
Raise a glass to the tales of old, the ones who've etched their names in gold. From Hammer and Hanson to Grover's Grin, the Junkwax vintage where legends begin.
Hey, there you go, Jeffro. Peanut butter and jealous, my man. Kurt Noah, you are so right. Much love to you, my favorite fellow former Washingtonian.
Hollywood Cole with that glint in his eye. Dreams so high they could touch the sky.
Touch the sky.
Travis plowing down roads never known.
Never known.
With Danny Savage making
the world his own.
J-Rod's laughter shakes the night air.
Shakes the night air.
A story to tell. He's always prepared.
He's always prepared.
Together they walk through the shadows of time.
Shadows of time.
Legacies written in rhythm and rhyme.
Rhythm and rhyme.
Raise a glass to the tales of old, the ones who've etched their names in gold. From Hammer and Hanson to Grover's Grin, the Junkwax vintage where legends begin.
And little did you know, ladies and gentlemen, we have a side business selling walks. Thank you, James Erickson. Thank you, Trevor Taylor. That's right, Johnny Mesco.
Raise a glass to the tales of old, the ones who've etched their names in gold.
Names and gold.
From Hammer and Hanson to Grover's Grin, the
Junkwax vintage where legends begin. Let's go to Why Not?
Brian Smith with his blades, slicing through the scene. Wax-packed dreams, a cardboard fiend.
Marquise, not Marquise.
Got that finesse, flipping cards, sharp minds, he's breaking the stress. Junkwax legends, pulling heat from the vibe. Collectors and breakers, we hustle and thrive. From hockey to big hits, dreamers collide. In the cardboard kingdom where stories don't hide.
True, Johnny Mesco. True.
Melody's got that hockey, Gretzky on ice. She knows the rare pulls, the cards are precise. Rachel stacks her deck, pulling breaks with flair. The vintage wave rising, the community's care. Junkwax legends, pulling heat from the vibe. Collectors and breakers, we hustle and thrive. From hockey to big hits, dreamers collide. In the cardboard kingdom where stories don't hide. Boxes stacked like skyscrapers high. Trading tales of rookies who fly. A gem in 10 or a corner crease. Every card's a journey, a masterpiece. Underneath the gloss lies the heart and soul, the thrill of the hunt, that collector's goal. Brian, Mark, Melody, Rachel on call. Together we rise, cause the hobby's for all.
All right, you legends. It is that time, my dear friends. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Did we miss Baywatch?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
And I'm inviting you to come see me and to get it straightened out all in one night, yeah?
Oh, my.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs. I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh, wow.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Who the fuck is that guy? Come on, Greg. Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
My dear friends, my family, my road dogs, I cannot thank you enough for this incredibly fantastic FriYAY morning, and you already know it deserves.
Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Oh, yeah.
I am humble in general.
Oh, my God.
Dumbass.
There you go, legends. As always, thank you so, so much. Trevor Taylor, you are absolutely right, my brother. I think we're going to have to get matching tattoos at some point. That would be sick. All right, legends. Enjoy the next 3 hours. And I sincerely hope that I get to see all of you back here for our very first lunch wax from this studio.
Oh, yeah.
Much love and respect. Thank you as always, legends. And we'll see you back here in just a little bit.